If you haven't heard of Skool yet, you're probably not an internet marketer. Okay, I'm just kidding. But if you haven't heard of Skool, it's Sam Oven's new platform for course creators, content creators, coaches, consultants, things like that. And I recently sent an email about how I made $101,000 in one day by taking my old coaching platform, revamping the course a little bit, putting it on Skool. And it took about 2 weeks to set up, but made 101 grand within 24 hours when I launched it. And the nice thing was, it only took probably a little less than 2 weeks to set up all the content inside, which means that I was able to do that during the free trial. So it's like I didn't even pay anything, and then I launched and made a whole bunch of money in one day. And I'm not guaranteeing that anybody's going to make that much, but if you're in a similar situation, basically taking your course, making some upgrades to it, and putting it on Skool can like be a fantastic decision. And I got a lot of great feedback when I wrote the email, so that's the point of this video. So if you've never been inside a Skool, if you don't know me, my main, there's two sides of my business, right? Like we do done for you email marketing. And on the other side, we have a certification program where we train people on how to do done for you marketing. So we walk the walk and we created this awesome certification program. So this is like what I'm mainly known for. And it's here inside of Skool, which is a heck of a lot better than the Facebook groups we're in. And I'll kind of show you why and talk about some of the points in my email that I sent. So the first thing that I just really love, and you'll notice some of the differences as I go through it. In the community tab here, it's somewhat similar to a Facebook group, but the nice thing is there's pinned posts that you can actually see. That you don't have to slide through them, and they're hard as heck to find on mobile when you're on Facebook. But you can basically announce this week's coming calls with all the links to them, for example. You can post program updates, and you can actually email these out if you really need somebody to see it and you want a lot of people in your program to be notified what's going on. You just click a button and it sends an email to everybody in the program. So I had some program updates there. People loved it. This is the welcome post actually, where you can put a video here. And soon Skool is actually going to have native video hosting, which I'm super pumped about. And this kind of just explains what's in the program, right? And who the coaches are. And as you can see, different people. Nick is going through all his homework right now. He's grinding away. I love it. So shout out to him. But basically, he's going through the homework assignments and getting feedback from our coaches, right? And by the way, when, I'll go over the course in a second, but when people participate, they get points on this leaderboard and they unlock prizes as they go. So I'll give a quick shout out to everybody who's on the screen right here because they are participating and making things happen. So basically people get points when they make posts and somebody likes their post because it means they're adding value to the community, right? As far as the course itself, it's here in the classroom. So this is the main course. And as you can see, there's a lot of different courses on that page. And a lot of these are unlocked with the prizes that I just showed. So for example, call replays, email marketing glossary, ESP tutorials and bonuses. Those are all boxes that are unlocked when somebody makes it to level 2. And then our AI trainings are when somebody makes it to level 3, for example. So that's just one really simple way to make that really effective. As far as the course itself, so for example, module 1 is all about mindset, right? Because you have to be in the right state of mind. I know it sounds like a woo-woo topic, but it really makes a massive difference because it's a lot different than being a copywriter. So as you can see under each lesson, there's a video and there's a quick summary of what the video is about. And then we have the homework. And obviously people can watch the video. There's links to resources, and we also put a transcript in case people can't watch the video for any particular reason. They're still trying to go through the content. Maybe they're in a situation where they can't listen at the moment, so they can read instead. And as you click on each module, you can see all the different things that are going on here. So here's a module, for example, about how to send broadcasts and automations and what the difference is. So basically, people can click here. It takes them right back into the community, and that's where they can do their homework. Events are really important too, because this is just a list of all the upcoming events. So we have accountability calls and live Q&As with guest speakers. And our members love those. And it's really cool how it's actually organized here. And it makes it really hard for people to miss, right? And then lastly, what's really cool too is this, a lot of times with courses, people will visit your group or your members area and they're not a member, so they can't get in. But with this, it actually gives you an opportunity to write a little summary about your group, and people can actually, click the link and join, or you could even upload a video right here if you have a VSL to convince people to join. So there's all kinds of things. You probably noticed, all the little stuff on the side here, all these little perks, and you can meet the other members, and you can hyperlink to all the important things. All kinds of settings too in here as the course creator. It makes it really easy to invite people when they join, integrates with Zapier. So yeah, you can pretty much like automate this process of inviting people. In general, it's like really easy to update all the stuff in the group, all the different categories of like posts that people can have in the community, right? So like if I click up here, all these things can be easily edited. You can have the calendar events, but I already showed you that. There's the plugins and the Zapier integrations. You also get metrics too, on like how many people are active, which is really cool. Here's where you set the levels and things that people unlock. So it's really, really awesome. And I don't think I'd do nearly as well without Skool. And I'll actually just pull up my email I sent yesterday, just so you can kind of see it. But I went over the exact process. It's like, when I first started out, I was just doing B2B. And I kind of attracted my first few like fans, like people who noticed what I was doing. I know it might seem like a weird word to say, but I just like built a little following. So at first I went and I put them in a Facebook group, and it was great and all, and it made a decent amount of money, but it didn't really have some key elements that Skool has. There was no structure to the group, right? So with Facebook groups, you can attempt to use the guides tab, but it's a mess. And people weren't finding what they need, and there was no structure, and people weren't getting as good of results. Like they got good results, but in Skool they get great results. So it's really, really important to have that classroom tab, like I was talking about, because it's just so organized. And not, that's the main course that I showed you. But even like over here, if we click on all the replays, they're just so like neatly organized. And this is my business partner, Dom. And a lot of times that in Facebook stuff gets lost, right? So that's kind of what it comes down to. So I have a lot of things open right now, but here we are. The next thing is like Facebook kills the reach, right? So like even in paid Facebook groups, there are so many people that don't see what's going on simply because they do not see the posts. And there's nothing you can do to change that, which is awful. It's like Facebook can only show you so many things and notify you of so many things each day because there's an unlimited amount of content there. So they literally can't show you everything. And that's only going to get worse and worse on every social media. And also just like having a higher level place where people can go to that's outside of Facebook. It's a new platform. People love new, awesome platforms that are just like exciting, right? Like Facebook, it used to be exciting. I used to get excited about joining groups, and now it's like, oh my gosh, another group? Seriously, you're going to make me join? So that's that. And then lastly, too, just it helps you create more of like a certification program or a licensing business as opposed to just like a one and done course, right? Because this is an entire community that you can take and you can put everybody on it and everybody's on the same page with a common goal. And there's friends, right? And people make friends and people don't want to leave their friends. So that's also what makes it better than like Kajabi, for example. So yeah, I just kind of talked about in this email how we launched, and in the first 2 days it was 138 grand. Since then, we've literally made over $1 million from this, and there's a ClickFunnels award on the way. I haven't even talked about that yet, but that was just in the launch, and I just kind of showed how awesome it was that Skool allows you to do all these things that you can't do on like Facebook or Kajabi or et cetera. So personally, I love it. So hopefully this is like a good breakdown. Very few distractions, good community, easy to come on the calls, the gamification and prizes, the courses are easier to follow, people get better results. There's a mobile app that I like, the custom landing pages, and like I said, better results, more lives changed. So I'll put a link in the description, and I just want to give a shout out to like Sam and Jesse and the whole Skool team because this is awesome and I appreciate them. And if you want to try out Skool, use my affiliate link in the bottom so I can get a little bit of credit for sending you to an even better platform. So if you love it, or if you have any questions, opinions, feedback on Skool, you can also drop those below the video. And if you have any questions, I'll help you out. Talk to you soon.